Hello and welcome to this Zenworks highlights on the Zenworks internal embedded database tools. This video will highlight the Zenworks database tools accessible for those running internal databases for their Zenworks system. The Zenworks database is a primary functioning database for the Zenworks system, and the audit database, which was introduced in ZCM 11 SP3, logs change events to the ZCM system. Typically, these tools are used when support needs to access your embedded database. Always have a current backup or snapshot of the internal Sybase database before accessing it or upgrading to a newer version. This is something that might need to be accessed only when working with support. Credentials are needed, and to retrieve this information, you will need rights to run the zman DGC and zman DGCA commands. The DBI SQL is used to run queries on the database, and the SCJ view is used to see the structure of the database. To locate the instance of the database, go to Zenworks Home, Conf Data Model, and the ZDM XML and the ZenAudit.xml will contain the instance for the particular databases, or follow the TID 7007891. To connect to the embedded database, there are some parameters needed, which we'll outline and are mentioned in the TIDs 7008766 and 7000764. Let's have a walkthrough. We currently have an internal database with a zone called Digital Air MF. To view our database commands, we can do a zman database. From there, let's do a database backup. Now that the database is backed up, let's go see our instances. Here's a Zenworks database file. You can see the database sits right here, and that's the name of the database. If you look at the Zen Audit, it also shows you the name of the database right there. Now let's log into the structure of the database by typing scj view. Let's get our credentials. Running on this computer. This will allow you to connect. If you want to see the views, you can select the views here. Go back. If you want to see the tables. Now if we wanted to go into the other database, which is a primary Zenworks database, here are the credentials. the views, tables, more common ones are the Z devices and stuff like that. That's the structure. Now let's go into the database to run a query. Running on this computer, server name is Zenworks underscore with the zone name. On this, you may need to set these options here. And connect. Now that we're in the database, we can now look at running some queries. Here's our devices. For additional help, please refer to the documentation and the TIDs as specified. This concludes our Zenworks highlights on the Zenworks internal embedded database tools.